Welcome, everybody. Welcome to week 5 of the NCAA college football this year. And let's start with our top 25 picks for week 5. First up, this Thursday, BYU and Utah State. BYU only had one bad game this year versus Oregon. I like them to roll in this game. Friday got a big game. Number 15, Washington versus UCLA. This could be a tricky game. I mean, UCLA is a good team, but I think Washington's defense and offense is going to be too much. I like Washington to pull away late in that game. On Saturday, on Fox, Michigan versus Iowa. If Iowa could at least, score, if they could average like 400 yards a game, they could win a national championship. Because their defense is elite, their offense is horrible. I like Michigan to win that game. Kentucky and Ole Miss. It's just going to be a good game. But you know what I have to go with? I'll go with number 7 Kentucky to win this weekend versus number 14 Ole Miss. And here's Oklahoma versus TCU. TCU has looked really good this year. Oklahoma, they surprisingly lost this last weekend. Their offense looked great, their defense didn't look good at all. But I like Oklahoma to rebound and get the W. And Purdue versus Minnesota. Oh, Minnesota is good. I like them all the way in this game. Texas Tech and Kansas State. This is going to be a good game. But Adrian Martinez versus Smith from Texas Tech. I'll go with Kansas State because I think they got the better defense. And Oregon State versus Utah. Oregon State just fell short against USC this last weekend. I think they're going to fall short again. I think it's going to be closer than expected. I like Utah by 3. Alabama versus Arkansas. This could be a good game, but it's not. Alabama is going to roll. I think they're going to win by like 25 points. And Rutgers versus Ohio State. Ohio State's going to win big. Oklahoma State versus Baylor. It's going to be a good game. And it's at Baylor. I go with Baylor to win this game. Northwestern, Penn State big. Wake Forest and Florida State. Oh, Wake Forest had Clemson beat last weekend. They just fell short in double overtime. Florida has looked phenomenal this year. Florida State, I think, is back. I think they are back, but I'll go with Wake Forest to win this game to rebound from the devastating Clemson game. Texas A&M versus Mississippi State. I like Mississippi State because I don't think Texas A&M has enough offense to win this game. Georgia, Missouri. I go with Georgia big in this game. I mean big. Here's like the game of the week. NC State versus Clemson. Dennis Leary, NC State versus DJ from Clemson and Will Shipley. Clemson offense looks like it's starting to click. I go with Clemson. It's in Death Valley. I got to go with them. Georgia Tech versus Pitt. Pitt, their defense is iffy. But I like them to win this game, especially since Georgia Tech just fired their athletic director and their head coach. I go with the Panthers. Arizona State versus USC. USC big, and it's going to get them back in the top 5 in the rankings. And Stanford and Oregon. I like Oregon to win this game. A bonus pick. Just give me a sec. I'll get to it. There we go. My Marshall Thundering Herd versus Gardner Webb. After knocking off Notre Dame to get to another 26 in the rankings, they have just fell right now. But I believe in them. Especially even after last week when they couldn't throw the ball at all, they were horrible. I do think they're going to make the quarterback change to Cam Fancher. And I like Marshall to win big in that game. And these are my top 25 picks. Plus my homer pick for week 5. And sure, see you guys in week 6. Peace.